What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Mid-Level Media for my review of Pixar's latest animated film, Onward. Stay tuned. What's up, guys, and before we get started, I'm going to ask that you guys please subscribe to my channel for more great content, reviews, Blu-ray hunting videos, Blu-ray unboxings, all that great stuff, and go ahead and like this video right now. Just get that out of the way. Give me a like. It really helps me out in promoting my post, helping it out on the YouTube algorithms and all that. So just a small like would be greatly appreciated. And also comment down below if you've seen the film Onward and what are your thoughts on that film. I'm getting ready to share my thoughts now. I would sure love to know yours. So let's move on, guys, and let's start the review. Onward is directed by Dan Scowlin and stars Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, and it's set in a suburban fantasy world. The film follows two elf brothers who set out on a quest to find a spell that will bring their deceased father back to life. I'm going to share my thoughts on this movie. It's going to sound like at several points during this review that I did not like this movie, and that's not true. I thought this was a very good movie, a very fun kids adventure film, animated film. But to be honest, it's just not top tier Pixar to me. It's more, and a lot of people didn't like The Good Dinosaur, but I thought The Good Dinosaur was okay, but it's more Good Dinosaur. It's more like the first Cars than, say, an Inside Out or a Coco, which I consider both of those movies kind of masterpieces of Pixar. And, you know, this movie it feels a little generic. It feels a little bit like a generic adventure film and through most of it, but it does bring that heart and soul that so many Pixar movies have. When we get to the last 20-30 minutes of the film, it really starts to ramp up then. But for most of this movie, it really does feel like a kind of generic, paint by numbers, just adventure film. And you got Chris Pratt and you got Tom Holland. And that feels very on brand within the Disney kind of universe because they're both MCU stars. And it just felt a little much with both of those kind of mega MCU stars in this. And it felt, you know, just casting for the sake of getting some name value in there and not because they would fit these characters better. So you have Pratt and Holland and they're two brothers. And I really think for the first half of this movie, you really struggle to establish the relationship between the two. Like, I didn't buy into them as brothers. And you got Chris Pratt. He's the older brother. He's kind of rebellious. You know, he's driving a van around. It honestly kind of reminded me of the relationship between Jack Black and Tom Hanks' son in Orange County, just a tiny bit. But for that, you know, he's kind of a rebel, and, you know, you have Tom Holland, and he's more kind of the straight-laced son. And, you know, they have their mom and their father passed away when they were really young. And so right away you had that emotional hook, right? And then just out of nowhere, Tom Holland finds out he can do magic, and they end up bringing half of their father back to life. And now they got to figure out how to bring back the other half when they search for this stone. And it's kind of a weird setup. It's a simple setup, but it's kind of weird and awkward. And I don't think it fully lands, at least for the first half of this movie. Now, as far as the animation, guys, it's really top-notch. Like, Pixar gets better and better with animation. I think they reached their pinnacle with Toy Story 4. Like, that movie looked amazing. I don't think this looks quite as good as Toy Story 4, but it looks incredible. Like, it's amazing to see on screen, and definitely you're going to get more value out of the imagery if you go see it on the big screen. So, the main thing I really want to talk about here, guys, is just how this movie, for most of it, was kind of, you know, to me, like I said, it felt a little generic. I wasn't completely sold on it. I was going to walk out of this movie and I was going to be like, you know, I didn't like it. You know, I'm never going to watch it again. But then the last 20 minutes of this movie are really strong. And the way that they do this ending, how they wrap things up and how they give these characters resolution was really just sweet and emotional and really kind of beautiful. Just the way that they bring Chris Pratt and Tom Holland's characters together as brothers. You really get that brotherly love in there, combined with their relationship with their father. And just what happens in those last 20 minutes were really spectacular. And I would almost compare that to how, like, I don't love the movie Up. I think it's really great. Those first 5 minutes are some of the best 5 minutes in like any movie, any film ever. And I'm not prepared to say that the last 10, 15 minutes of this movie are the same level as the beginning of Up, but it's probably one of my favorite Pixar moments just because of how beautifully it's done. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's just something that happens, between the two brothers, and a decision has to be made. And just the kind of heartbreak combined with resolution, combined with just heartfelt emotion, just raw emotion, having dealing with the passing of their father, and how these brothers decide to wrap everything up. It's just wonderful, and I really love the ending, and the ending kind of saved the movie for me. So, but for the most part, guys, this is a fun kids adventure. A lot of the jokes are more skewed towards kids, so it doesn't have that usual Pixar charm for adults. Like, there's not really going to be a lot of jokes that hit with adults. So, but your kids will enjoy it if you have them and you want to take them out to see this film. I think it would be well worth your time. So that'll conclude my review. And as for a score, guys, I already reviewed this on my Instagram page yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and give this movie an 8.25 out of 10. So I think it's about a B-. It is a good movie. It's just not top tier Pixar or what you would come to expect from the quality of a Pixar film. So that'll do it for my review, guys. Please like this video. Please comment down below your thoughts on the film, or if you're planning to go see it soon, and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time.